a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Street Department, 80, you got anything?
Yeah, we've just been working on a few things, cleaned out a ditch down on Buffalo Bill Road, across from Thornwood and Spencer. Got that job taken care of, and I know I'm still have some extra speed limit signs that we've talked about before on for Brown and Vine. We're going to add a few more speed limit signs, which in order to do that, we have to call locates in for each time. And we've been bouncing around odd and end things, and Dean and Austin also have different problems, but we got areas roughed in where we had water leaks and a water line we'd put in earlier. Got them roughed in, and I just got some better material to top them off where we can do the grade work to get them seeded in straw here shortly. So, but they're pretty much roughed in. They just need to be dressed up a little bit more so we get that taken care of. So, other than that, that's about it.
Okay, thank you, Eddie. Park and Rec, John?
Went to Spencer County Park Board meeting 2 weeks ago, and made a proposal to put an addition on the garage behind the community center since we had to take stuff out of that one building, because right now the garage is full with a bush hog, mower, four-wheeler and stuff, so to do anything, we have to take all that out. To get certain things, you have to move one thing to get another thing, so I thought the best thing to do would be just put an addition on the north side of the building. It's basically 3 walls with a garage door, and then just gonna rock it, not worry about concrete, because garage will be our workspace, and we gotta work on something, we got concrete floor to work on it. Took that proposal to the Spencer County Park Board, and they approved us for was it 51, 52? $5,100 for a grant. And so I got one quote on it, I'm waiting for another quote, but the 51 won't cover it all. I didn't know if there was edit money or something we'd be able to take some part. The youth league's gonna try to help out too, add to it, but if there's anything we can get from the town, would be great.
How big an add-on you putting?
16 foot wide in the length of the building. I think the building's 25. I had I planted a tree there, and I guess fortunately or unfortunately it died, so it was a perfect spot to put an addition out because the tree's gone.
Oh, okay.
Ray, we had years ago set up a grant match fund out of general for when people do go for grants, so if they're able, and we do have $10,000 in there, which I don't think you're asking for near that much,
No.
but there would be that in there since he did get the $5,100. If we could use some of that, you all agree that would be available.
Oh, okay.
And then we always have edit funds also.
Okay.
And I'm working on getting another quote to see if I can get one cheaper than the original one. So it might be less than
Okay.
what we originally thought. But ball season started tonight. Our first game down there right now, and everything's looking good. Steve's doing a great job getting there, keeping everything looking chit. Makes it a lot easier for me.
Yeah, yeah.
I would say I'm getting older, but he's got me by a few years. But he's doing great.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got a quote from B&A yet
Do what?
for the building? Have you got a quote from B&A?
I got one from Blake Construction, and then I'm working on getting one from Quality Craft. He was supposed to get back with me this first part of this week, and said if he doesn't get a hold of me, to get a hold of him again. So I didn't hear from him today, so I'll probably call him tomorrow and see about getting that. But I think we get the money, and we don't get it until July.
No, actually, it should be getting next month.
Oh, really? Okay. So, yeah, once we get it, we got a time when we got to get it done for the Spencer County Park Board, which I think is by August. But shouldn't be that much problem. It's basically just a pole barn, three-wall pole barn with a roof.
Oh.
It's basically coming from the roof that's there and extended it out, and putting a garage door, and then I can get put the rock down inside it later on. Because concrete, I don't even try to find out what concrete would cost, because it's outrageous right now. But, pretty much it. I did purchase one of the pieces of equipment we got in the weight room, which was there before I got here. I started 03, and it seems like every year I'm replacing cables on it, and they're $100 a cable, and I I got it from Gillis out of Evansville. I asked him, I said, if you ever have something that can replace this, that's newer and better, let me know. And he said, well, I think we got something right now, and it's actually a Cybex multi-stack. And I was like, well, how much would you want for it? And he said, well, we take $700 for it. Knew the $22,000, so I was like, yep, we'll go for that. And it's, I mean, it's basically, it's in great shape. I just got to figure out how I can, because you can change the way you set it up. I just got to figure out how I can take what I got out and fit this in there somewhere. So once I get that figured out, I've got it, actually got it across in the trailer right now, but get ball season going a little bit, and then me and Steve, and I'm going to recruit a couple buddies to help haul it, because it's probably about close to 2,000 pounds worth of equipment.
Oh,
It's all in pieces, so. And then there's no schematic. I got to figure out how to put it together, but should be all right. That's pretty much it.
sounds good.
All right, thank you.
Does anybody want to make that motion if you want to help share costs in the building?
Yeah, we need a motion for that. Somebody want to make that motion?
I'll make that motion.
Okay,
I'll
second,
second it.
Phil in favor. Building and zoning administrator, Phil, got anything?
I don't have anything new. We sent out a bunch of letters last week for cleanup on May 2nd, which I hope the paper puts in the paper, but we got a piece of paper on your desk that says clean up what we're gonna take. We're sitting over there, sitting over here.
Heather, they cleaned that. right
Oh, yeah,
there.
I've got it. Sorry.
What about it?
Other than that, you're all back, you want anything new coming up?
Oh, okay, okay. Well, thank you, Phil.
He just wants to publish it in the paper.
Oh, yeah.
He sent out letters to those that are have violations, and then we've been passing them out as people take their water, or pay their water bills too.
The town cleanup? Yeah, okay. Okay. Wastewater department, Dean?
I did get a visit from IDM about a week ago, and they were concerned about our clarifier. It comes out, our clarifier is a skimmer on top, and it's got an arm that goes around, and it's lifting out of the water on the east side. And I can't tell you why. I think the shaft is bent or something. But we did work on it, and we added a rubber drape to it, so it hangs down and it doesn't leave the water anymore. And I think that's gonna get us back into.
Oh, okay.
I'm sending pictures and sending a letter to IDM of it, so we'll find out. I think that'll get us back into compliance.
Oh, okay.
Also, our new pump is in for the large lift station out to the plant and should be delivered sometime next week. And the panel's still not ready. They're still working on it. They don't think that'll be done till early June, so they don't think they'll be installing this till early June.
Oh,
But the pump is in. They want to go ahead and get it delivered and get paid out on the pump after delivery.
okay.
So, also, we put a new line, a sewer line in over here on Gaines Street. We had to replace about 200 feet of sewer main, 6-inch sewer main. It was just old clay stuff falling apart, and we've been jetting it for years and trying to make it last, but it was done. So we did that 2 weeks ago, I guess, and it seems to be working out just fine.
Oh, okay, good.
And also, I ordered the metal bin for trash day. It should be here sometime this week.
Oh, okay, okay.
And that's pretty much all I got.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ada, did you order the ones for the trash, or
I did.
Cindy did?
I
Okay,
did.
okay, okay.
We're gonna get one of them, probably a week before.
Oh, okay, that's a good
That way
idea.
we can help, we can have something here to help people, you know.
Okay. Water department, Austin?
Well, everything seems to be flowing pretty well now. We had a couple minor water leaks throughout the month, but nothing that was too terrible. I talked to the owner of the proposed laundromat and got her all situated with how much it's going to cost her for water as far as the tapping fee and the material. And she seems to be okay with it. I'm just waiting to hear back from her engineer side, make sure they're all good with it. So,
Oh, okay.
and then after that, we can move forward and get them tapped in.
Oh, okay,
Other than that, there's not a whole lot I have to report.
okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Police department, Scott?
Nothing really much to report. I did talk to Cindy about possibly using opioid money to buy a new handheld 800 megahertz radio. I talked to a distributor and he said the Kenwoods are about $2,500 and that's about what we got in the unrestricted opioid. I'm having her look into the restricted to see whether or not we can look into possibly getting a new AED. So I don't know how much they run. I'll have to get a hold of Jane Stout and see what they're running nowadays and find out how much we got in the unrestricted and if we can even use it in the restricted account. So other than that, that's all I got.
Okay. So, thank you, Scott.
I do want to say something. I know Scott don't get a lot of recognition, but we had our day at the farm down at Chrisney, and Scott came down there and assisted us with teaching Stop the Bleed. I just want to commend him for helping us on that. People don't realize what he does when.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, thank you, Scott, for that. The Spencer County Historical Society, Darrell Lovell. Darrell, you have something?
No old business?
There ain't nothing old business.
Okay, I'm representing the Spencer County Historical Society. They are marking all the old high schools that used to be in the county. They're putting up plaques all over the county to designate where these were. You all have copies of it, except for you, Murray. I didn't have a copy for you. That is what the plaque will say and what the picture will be on it. It will be the plaque size will be 20 by 22. It will be an aluminum plaque with a ceramic picture of the school on the top, just as you see it there, and that same writing. Shoe Monuments will be making those for us, and they will be. We would like to mount it on the old gymnasium. Barbara Heverin is part of this, and she would like to mount it about halfway between the main door and the back corner door. Better watch that. Under between two windows, and she thinks people will see it better that way when they're going. You got class reunions and things like that, and they would walk right by it. But John may have a different spot he may want for it, but we'll talk together with him if you guys approve it. But it will be mounted by Shoe Monuments. It's got 4 screws behind it that'll be epoxied or something into the wall is what it'll be. But it's just like you have there, and it's just to designate that the Odell High School was there. And so all we need is your approval to do that.
I think that sounds great. I'll make a motion to that.
I'll make a motion. Darrell?
Yes.
I'll second that.
Okay.
All in favor? That sounds good.
Well, thank you so much. We've already talked to Shooms. We've already got quotes on it, and it'll be all ready to go. We were just waiting on your approval. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds great.
Have you included that school down at Lincoln State?
We only schools that are included in the high schools. And so Gentryville, me and Barbara were in charge of the Gentryville one. We've already talked to their son about that, got approval for that. So it will have one in front of where the old high school at Gentryville was. Grade schools right now are not included, except for if, in this case, Dale Grade School was a part of the building, and same as Gentryville. It was part of the original building. So, Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Growing Success Tea Company, Dan. What? Oh,
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate giving us a few minutes to kind of talk to you here. We're going to give you an update on kind of what we're doing. We're slowly making some progress on our property and trying to relocate. We've got the Airbnb houses open. People have been staying there, so already generating some revenue, so that's great. That part's going well. We've been planting flowers for the pollinator areas, for the kind of the future attraction stuff. And we've had lots of great feedback. We appreciate everybody's support. We're trying to do something really cool, we think, for the community, and we've appreciate the community's support.
And our current customers are really excited for us to move up here, so we've
Yeah.
actually got quite a few that actually are coming from Du Bois County, so we'll have more of a drive to bring them here, I think, so.
Yep. So I do want to ask for help. We desperately need some support from the town. We've had a couple of struggles with timing and trying to figure out processes. So the biggest one that's impacting us is the sewer access. So because we're a mixed-use facility, the state rules won't allow us to open our store until we have dedicated commercial bathrooms. And the only way for us to do that, we have to have either commercial sewer or a commercial septic system.
Yep.
We're not allowed to tap into the existing septic because it's technically residential. We've exhausted all of the options and potential pathways that we've looked at porta potties just temporarily.
Yeah.
We're trying to do everything by the rules and follow everything and stay ahead of it up front. We don't, want to have any surprises or anything. So, unfortunately, our options are the sewer or we have to put in a commercial septic system. So I just kind of wanted to ask first if, there's a time frame for the sewer to come out to our property, if there's any kind of, I've heard different things, on the time. See if there's any feedback or
As
input.
far as sewer, I just don't see that happening for years, really. I mean, it's a huge project. You are across the road.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just, we're talking millions of dollars to get sewer to that side of the road.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know what other options. I don't know, what can we do, Bruce? We can't do a whole lot, can we?
Don't have funds, I mean,
Yeah.
start to look for funds, but usually it's matching, it's not.
Yeah.
So we've looked at trying to do even a holding tank and do a pump and haul. We've kind of talked and gotten some, kind of initial approval to try to do something like that. Unfortunately, the state has to design our system because we're commercial. The tank is going to be a humongous tank, like 10,000 gallons or something. So it seems like at this point, our best option is to put in a commercial septic tank. So we're going down that path, but it's costing us, because the state's got to design it, so I have no idea.
Yeah.
We're estimating between $30,000 and $50,000 for us to have to put that in. And so I don't know if there's any grants or cost sharing or something that would be available. It's pretty large. We don't have any investors behind us. It's literally
us.
just us putting our retirement funds into trying to make this thing happen. And, we've got tons of potential, tons of growth coming. We just have to get off the ground. And this is like the major sticking point at this point. So if there's any options there, I'm open to, discussion or ideas in any way, shape, or form. Everything's on the table. Like, we've gone back to the drawing board on building design, and we have exhausted everything that we can. It just, at this point, it looks like our best approach, and what we're kind of running this in parallel. So, like, we're just going down this path with the commercial septic, and it's supposed to take several months for them to design it because they're backed up at the state level. So it's just pushing our ability to open our business.
Yeah,
well
we
out
had
into the
hoped
summer.
to open in May, and now we're hoping for July, but that's if everything lines up right.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
that'd be
yeah.
pretty.
So the sewer that's out there now will not work for what you want to do? is it?
They won't let us, no,
Yeah, so the
because it's
septic-
residential only, yeah.
Yeah, the septic that's there is a residential septic that was put in for the house. And we've tried to convert it to a commercial, and it's not allowed. Once it's registered as a residential septic, it's got to stay a residential septic. Because we looked at all kinds of options of using the house for part of the business, and, we've exhausted everything that we could possibly, come up with. So, I don't know, if there are some opportunities, we'd love to hear those. Otherwise, we're going down this path of, this commercial septic.
As far as the town getting sewer out there, Bruce, I just don't see it possible with you. I mean, it just,
There's gonna have to be more development between, because the problem is far end of the
Yeah.
And we have talked about putting a line underneath 231, just to get a line over there, but then after that, we don't have any kind of funds to do anything with right now. So if someone wanted to put someone in, they would have to, I guess you could put a grinder pump with a small unit in, but that would be all on the customer.
Yeah, I don't know what a grind pump line would be.
I'm sorry?
I don't know what a line, the pressurized line.
We're talking half, quarter mile or more, it'd be quite expensive.
The other day I met somebody about like, where the Becker Apartments are, is there any possible way to come that way with sewer or not?
Well, that lift station is kind of small, it's just really made for those apartments. There's no other residents on that other than those apartments. And by the time you shot a line all the way down 300, you might as well go the other way. It'd be go twice the distance,
Oh, okay.
yeah. And the lift station would have to be massively upgraded for any kind of business or anything like that.
The station was originally built by the apartment complex, and then they turned me and sold it to the town. They gave it to the town.
Yeah, it's a small lift station.
You know, I understand your problem, I wish there was something we could do, but it's just,
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I understand. So I guess at a minimum, we're gonna have to, you know, pay for this commercial septic. I need a commitment that we're not gonna have to crush this thing when the sewer or some other business comes across the road. You know, if something else comes in a couple of years, I don't wanna have to crush this $30,000 system
Yeah.
and then pay to connect to the sewer. So I would just need, at a minimum, we need some sort of a commitment that we're not gonna have to connect to the sewer. If we
Yeah.
build this commercial system that is approved by the state and designed by the state, like, you know, I think that's kind of a reasonable
I
compromise.
think the town could commit that the town won't do it, but we can't, I don't know what the state will do, you know, after that. I think that we can commit to the town, I think that we won't, but if something, I don't know what regulations are gonna be in 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Because I guess what I'm saying is the town can't commit for the state. If the state comes up with some regulation that says the sewer's within so many feet.
1,000 feet, I think is what it is. Within 1,000 feet, I think the state requires you to put in.
When I read it was 300.
Was it 3?
Yeah, I think-
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but the corner of that property, I mean, if it comes under the 231, we're gonna be right there, and, you know, so.
The 300 is what I heard.
Yeah, that's our fears, you know, we have no rich uncles, you know, we have no investors here, but,
I don't think
yeah.
we can't guarantee what the state's going to do.
Right.
We can commit that, as far as the town concerned, but if the state mandates it, I have no idea. I don't know whether they will or they won't, but we're talking years down the road, so I don't know.
We don't
I
plan on
think
going
from the
anywhere, but,
town standpoint, if the board wants to, you can say, we won't force it, but if the state comes in and says, you shall do this, I don't know.
Well, if sewer comes in, it'll be on the other side of the road, it wouldn't be across your road anyway. I wouldn't think, would it, sewer? You're the only business on that side.
The way I read it, the one note that I read on the regulation was that if the sewer is within 300 feet of any corner of your property, and so, you know, that, our corner of our property is, you know, just a couple hundred yards, several hundred feet off the 231 there, so as soon as it comes across for another business, it's gonna be within 300 feet of somewhere, I would expect, so. That's just my fear, that, you know, we're having to spend a lot of our investment money that we had saved to build the business, and we're having to spend it on this, and it would just be a shame to have to crush it and then have to pay to connect to the sewer as well, so. You know, I
Would
don't,
there be, on the council part, would we be able to drop the tap-in fee if we was to ever run a line out that way, where they could tap into it, not charge them for tapping into it? I mean, that would be an option that we could look at possibly.
yeah, any,
But, and that may depend upon who our current financing on the system is. If USDA will let us, and the people that set the rates,
be something to help them out, you know.
Well, yeah, I don't have, like I said, I don't have a problem with it, but I don't think we can sit here and say we can.
Because like I said,
Guarantee
could be
that.
10, 15 years down the
Yeah.
road before something like that happens.
Yeah, I think, and that's, if we get refinancing from EDA or USDA or wherever, bond money, or wherever financing may be available at that time.
Right, and I understand, you know, extenuating circumstances aside, I mean, if we could get some commitment from, you know, the council that you will do everything that you can to help us out if that time comes, you know, like barring being forced to do it a certain way, that would help us out just to.
Yeah, I'm sure we do whatever we could. I mean, do we need a motion on that to get in the minutes, I think,
So there's some record of it, yeah.
yeah.
Now, I'll make a motion that we can help them in any way possible to establish their business. I know we can't give a tax abatement or anything like that. I think we're under it. I know the county was gonna give it to them, but come to find out they were in our town limits, so we can't give them a,
And that there's, are you going to build new structures,
Yes,
Yes.
new buildings?
Yeah,
yes.
we have to, because the bathrooms have to be as a new structure. They-
And yes, currently the footprint of the building there is around 5,000 square feet. At our current store location, we're using close to 10,000 square feet. So what we're afraid of is, you know, here, we've not
So
had
that
it.
will it be a separate building or an addition to the existing building?
It's going to be freestanding structure that's attached to it.
Mhm.
We're having to kind of work through the state approvals there
Mhm.
as well, so our designer has got everything drawn up. We're kind of doing fine details, internal stuff right now. It's got to go to the Department of Homeland Security to get the building plans approved, but it's, for us, it's a huge investment. You know, it's basically all of our resources put into this because we believe in it. And
Yeah.
we want this to happen, you know, there's been a lot of support. We appreciate all the support from the community, so, you know, we're just looking for some
Well, there will be.
cost sharing.
Personal property that the state has raised the exemption on personal property taxes. There's $80,000 exempt on personal property. And you can go up to, higher up to 2 million, I think, if you file forms with the state on personal property.
That's an exemption for property tax.
On personal property.
Okay, we'll look into that some more.
I know the county council would like for us to try to support them in the tax abatement. I know that, because they've approached me about it.
And I understand that, and you see, one of the reasons we tipped that area was to, so we have funds to generate funds, put in water, sewer, streets, service those areas. That's where, that's the purpose of the TIF, is to put amenities servicing the areas that pay the taxes. You don't have the money to do it to
So
begin
is
with.
their property in the TIF area then?
So, I mean, you know, this is kind of chicken and the egg, right? I mean, we can't open our business, we can't expand to be successful if we're fund limited, you know? So what we're asking for is a property tax abatement. We presented it, like, you know, to the county because we thought that was the process, and they approved us. You know, we had lots of great conversation and questions, and they approved us that evening at their meeting.
Well, we haven't had a hearing, we have to set.
And so, yeah, of course, we'd like to submit the application. I just brought this application that we had submitted to the county. That was their form. I don't know if you have a different form or not.
That's the state form.
Yeah, so
Perfect.
we just want to be considered for that. I mean, because we're asking for a property tax abatement, but we're going to be bringing in a lot more revenue. And so it's kind of one of those things, if we're limited, we can't expand, we can't do all, we have a lot of really cool plans and tap into the tourism and to grow that area. I can't share everything with you, of course, but I'm excited. We just don't have the fun. I mean, it's just,
Yeah,
I mean,
It's
I
just
wish we
us.
could do more for you, it's just, we're kind of tied to it as far as the sewer, you know, but.
yeah, I get, right. So, I mean, anything you can do, like the tax, I feel like the property tax abatement should be on the table. You know, I feel like that's something reasonable.
With a TIF area, can you still do tax abatement? I think that's something we definitely think about. I mean,
And that, you have to have a hearing before,
okay.
which this board is that same redevelopment.
Yeah, I would be in favor of doing it like a 5-year TIF, you know, starting off at
Yeah.
0% the first year, 20,
Being
you know,
abatement,
dropping it
huh?
down like over 20% over the next 5 years.
You said TIF, you mean
It will.
abatement.
Yeah, if,
You meant abatement.
yeah, on the tax abatement, yeah.
Yeah, so we just need to know the process, you know, whatever we need to do to get in front of a board and have a,
How do we do that, Bruce? What's the next step?
Well, we have to call the Economic Development Commission, but if you haven't set a time for a hearing, but the notice is not on any stuff.
So you all in favor of tax abatement?
Well, I think once it's presented, I don't think you have a choice, I think you have to
Well,
set
yeah,
a hearing.
yeah. I mean, right. So we will go ahead and start that process?
We need a date that we can, get that, I'll get with you, get a date,
Okay.
we can set that.
We'll go ahead and get that set up for a
yeah,
tax.
appreciate that.
So we'll
Thank
have-
you.
we'll have to- I think we'll have to send notice and all that good stuff.
To the property owners.
I know there's a process you have to go through for it.
And probably gonna get Tom Pittman on next year, because I'm not, because there's already a structure there on addition. How that's gonna work because of the ground it's sitting on.
Well, I mean, it's like, you know, so far, I mean, we've already generated revenue from the Airbnb house, you know, so.
I'm not questioning it, I'm, I guess, talking about legal procedures we gotta jump through. Because the ground only stays the same, that never was, it's never reduced. Because, yeah, I talked to Tom about, because it's not a new, complete new, it's an addition, basically, what it is.
Because they're gonna be making improvements to the property, so I mean,
Well, I understand that, but how to, so it's distinguished what's abated and what isn't abated.
Yeah.
What's, that has to be
Right.
the distinction. But you can't abate anything that's already built.
Well, Bruce talked to Tom Pitt, but he wrote the book on abatement, so he would know exactly what we need to do, so.
Sure.
We'll go with that process, and that'll be
Okay.
okay, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and please let us know what we can do to, whatever steps we
Whatever you
need to
need.
complete, you know. This one, we kind of have to get this one done before we can, you know, do anything. So we're just running all these things in parallel. We've got the
Okay.
building plans going to the state, we got the health department at the state doing the septic, and we just need to get this kind of in parallel, so we get to the finish line for all of them, then we can
That's right.
Okay.
kick it off.
It'll be great when it's done. We just gotta get there.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Okay, well, we'll do what we can do to
Yeah.
help you out, so.
we appreciate
I
that very
appreciate it.
much.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank
Okay,
you.
Thank you.
They did a program in our Kiwanis Monday. Exciting stuff, really neat
Yeah.
what they've got planned. And should bring in some tourism too.
so my motion was to take and bring it up to the board, redevelopment board or whatever it is, to get the tax abatement, if they can do that or whatever.
Well, you just have to
That's
have a
my
hearing.
recommendation.
You have to consider the request is what you're doing.
So you'll work on that, Bruce? Okay.
And I don't think we have a choice once it's presented, we've got to deal with it.
I think, Bruce, we got a request here from Jim Grease and Lawrence Grease for the de-annexation of their property for the coal business supposed to go. What's the process of doing that?
Well, we have to get a, legal description, a drawing of the area, and, set for hearing, put out notices to all of the joint landowners, probably put a, notice in the paper, hold a hearing on it.
Okay.
Then after that, after the hearing, then
It's got that partial numbers on here, sometimes when we go by, or we just,
Description, and the statute says you gotta have a plat, which is, we'll pull that out of the GIS. But it's gotta be a reason balanced description.
okay. So who needs to take care of that?
I'll pull it out.
Okay, okay.
Question?
Bill's got a question.
That has to go in front of the planning and zoning, or just here to the council?
Council, it's the Jackson Board, Board of Public Works was in the small town, that's the town council.
Okay. Uh, Something else we talked about, we had talked about possibly selling the Dale Lake. We need a motion to, we need to get, what, 3 appraisals, right, Cindy? So if we want to do that, we need a motion for Cindy to get 3 appraisals for that. Somebody want to make a motion to that?
I'll make a motion, sell Dell Lake,
Or to get proposals?
You gotta
Get-
you gotta
to get,
appraisal.
Get appraisals.
to get
that's all.
appraisals for it.
Yeah,
I'll second it.
yeah. All in favor? Okay, all in favor? Any public comments? Town Attorney Bruce, you have anything?
I don't think anything we haven't already discussed.
Okay. Cindy?
Where do you want me to start? Okay, first off, I did contact Jim Higgins with London Woody Group, did respond back about, doing a quick rate study with, St. Henry raising our rates again. We need to be able to pass that on. We did not pass it on last time, and if you all see, we took a $90,000 hit last year, $50,000 hit the year before. So we have to do something with our water rates. So, he has a proposal here that it would, he could do the water, study not to exceed $4,500. I know, which is about half of what I usually get from someone else. So, I just need approval that he can proceed.
I make a motion to approve the
Water rate study.
water rate study. Yes, thank you.
I'll second.
Go in favor? Will that take a while for him to do that, Cindy, or?
He acted like he'd make a pretty quick turnaround.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
because our rates will be impacted on our next water bill from St. Henry already, so.
Okay.
The other thing, when we're on water, we've been passing out to the customers that Reach Alert, so we are hoping that all of our customers will register with Reach Alert, so when we have a water break or any important information for the town, that they will be registered, so we can just go online and put in one thing, and it goes out to all the customers, or we could even separate it by street. So we've been pushing for that, we can get our customers to register on their cell phones or computers, so. And then, of course, cleanup is May 2nd. We've been also pushing those flyers, trying to get people to participate. I recommend anybody that can pass out to their neighbors, friends, anybody that, especially if you see they need some help. Our workers are willing to go out and help if they're unable to. That will be May 2nd, so hopefully we'll get some takers on that.
ductwork.
All in favor? Yeah, I know in the office, it's really black on the ceiling from that.
My girls were worried about it, they don't like breathing it. Also with that, I wouldn't mind getting a quote to clean the carpets, and we talked about painting the building almost 2 years ago, the inside. We had all those nice quotes, and the person that received the quote never showed up. So I'd like to see if I could get those quotes again. It's getting pretty bad in areas. We got some cracks and our ceilings are looking bad, so I'd like permission to gather those quotes also.
I'll make that motion.
A second.
All in favor? Make sure you get the vents cleaned before we paint.
We definitely, yeah, that's why we did this stuff first, so, yeah. Is everybody in favor of that? And
Yeah, I'll send it here.
no, I'm not done. I'm not getting off that easy. Okay. The next thing I need to do is, well, first of all, I got a letter from Spencer County Chamber. We did not renew our membership. It's $135. I didn't have, so I need permission that we renew our membership with them.
Yeah, motion for that.
Yeah, it's small, but I didn't get it on the docket form, so I'd like a separate motion if I can.
I make a motion for the
Chamber.
Chamber of Commerce.
I'll second.
All in favor?
The other thing is, we have a dormant fund whenever we paid off the 2003 wastewater loan. We have it's called a sewage bond and interest fund, so it's a dormant fund that's been sitting there. So I have an ordinance, 2026-3, that would abolish that dormant fund, and we would transfer the remaining fund balance into the wastewater operating, and it is $47,854.41. So,
I'll make a motion that we approve that ordinance.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
there's one more thing. The county has entered a program where they can have this company do our liens for us. It's free of it's no charge, no annual fee, and it would only cost us $5 when we have them liens. They send out the letters, they take care of everything. And so I would like approval of that because it's gonna save us a lot of time. I have one I'm needing to lien at this time, and also, just my mileage going to and from costs me more than that. So I think it will be a great, they're trying to get all the cities and towns to go on the same system. So I would like to see if we could do that. It's called SRI.
I'll make a motion of that.
I'll second, or
Somebody make a motion.
I'll make the motion. I'll second. Okay.
All in favor?
It's a pretty good deal. I actually even re-emailed because I was like, am I seeing this? Sometimes it sounds too good to be true. The treasurer's report is in front of you.
Donnie, do you have something for him?
I got a question for Dean. We was gonna upgrade that line out there at the nursing home, that 4-inch line, up to a 6.
That's water main, you mean?
Yes.
Yes, we would like to, yes.
Okay. When can we possibly do that?
Oh, I'd love to do it tomorrow. But, getting some funds, you know, we were looking into some money or something to do it.
Right now, you're taking a water loss. We've been losing money the last 2 years in
Yeah, I know that.
water. So until we can find some funds for that or get our rates raised,
Get rid of the Dale
you're
Lake.
not able to do it. Now, if we sell Dale Lake, funds, then we can, you know, that's what I would look into if I was you, or my suggestion. That or you'll have to take a loan.
Now, I had quotes for it several years ago, but everything's probably doubled by now.
Well, that's what I'm concerned about. There's a fire, and that nursing home goes down, we're in trouble.
We got fire protection too.
Yeah, we got fire.
But it is enough. It's a 4-inch
That
line,
is.
though.
Well, we have a 6-inch line just over on the other side, or an 8-inch, with a hydrant, a little bit away, but they have fire protection. But I'd love to upgrade it.
I need a motion for the treasury report.
I'll make a motion to approve the treasurer's report.
I second. All in favor? I don't know. Just put one in.
Donnie
Donnie, thank you.
Motion for the claims.
I'll make a motion to approve the claims as presented.
Okay, all in favor? Next meeting will be May 12th, 6:30 PM. Need a motion to adjourn. Well, wait a minute, what? What?
I don't know, we're gonna bring this up tonight.
What's that?
Huh?
Come on.
You sure?
Oh,
You can- you can-
What's the plan?
Huh?
What's going on?
Are you ready to do
Yeah.
that tonight? I can't really not.
No,
Okay, you're,
I'll let you do it.
you want me to do it?
yeah, go ahead.
Well, you want the president to do it?
Here again.
Go ahead.
As I hear, dear board members, council president, I'm writing to formally resign from position on the town board effective May 1st. You want to read all of this? Sir Nathan Brittingham, so Nathan's going to resign from the board. Effective May 1st. Well, I hate to see you leave.
We appreciate it.
I know you got
But I can
a
still
lot
work
going
that
on.
out. We do not accept.
Yeah, get a motion for that.
So we, need a motion to deny that, well, thank you, Nathan.
Thank you
all
for your
the
service
years
to
you've
the
been here.
board.
Definitely.
I know we got a lot going on.
Appreciate it.
You're not allowed to leave. Your uncle said so.
Okay.
Is that it? I make a motion to adjourn?
I second it. Go ahead.
Go all in favor?
Larry.
Meeting adjourned.